What is your name, brother?
My name is Grant.
And how old are you?
I am 30 years young.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Grant.
Lover of music, lover of cars, family, and just simple. I love food. Grateful for a lot of things, but food's a big one.
I love food. I love food. Grant, what is or what was your drug of choice or substance of
I
choice?
think it would be quicker to say what wasn't. Never really got into like psychedelics, but a lot of cocaine, alcohol, anything opiate related.
Okay. So when would you say you got introduced to opiates and cocaine?
Kind of different times. Early 20s, I'd say early 20s was when it got worse and became more of a regular thing, something I actually sought out.
Do you remember your first time using cocaine?
I do.
Tell us about it.
Well, put it in my nose,
Yeah, that's typically what you do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and I immediately felt very confident,
Yeah.
energy, but not fidgety energy, more like a I can handle anything right now energy. I just felt like I could go talk to any lady I wanted or beat up a cop if I wanted to as well,
Yeah.
but never did that.
I've also done cocaine many times, and I would concur with all those statements for sure. So in the beginning, why would you use? Would you use for like celebration, escape, comfort? You mentioned confidence.
Yeah, well, I've always had really bad anxiety, so masking that, um, just feeling confident and just to have fun too. I just wanted to be kind of dumb and explore what else is out there, new ways of feeling, experiencing things. So um, that's kind of how it started, just for fun, but also to mask anxiety.
So when would you say you started using regularly, like to the point that it became a problem?
With alcohol, when I was 19, as soon as I moved out of my parents' house, I had the freedom and I drank every day. I drank every day before college, going to school, on my way to school, on my
Yeah.
way to work. Um, and then I really enjoyed the way it numbed me and made me feel happy. So I knew alcohol worked for me. I wanted to try and see what else was out there. And all the drugs and drink, they kind of gave me the similar relief that I was looking for, but in a different way, obviously. But
Right on. Yeah, I would say that's the same for me too. Um, is that kind of what pushed you to use regularly? Like, was it boredom or just trying to find that confidence?
I'd say a combination of both. I didn't really allow myself to feel bored too often then because I didn't really ever try to be sober. I was just always fucked up. And so I really wasn't that bored. But um, after recently getting sober, boredom is a huge trigger. So
Oh
I
yeah.
try to stay busy and active and stuff.
Yeah, that for me too, boredom was like a huge, huge thing for me. Um, like when you're just not doing any, like you could literally not be doing anything and using makes that feel fun. Like
Yeah.
you could literally just be like sitting in the park or sitting at your house or just watching TV and it feels 10 times more fun
Looking
than it
at
would if you're not using.
just
So,
looking at a wall or
dude, yeah, looking at a wall on cocaine is so much more fun than looking at a wall not on cocaine.
I will not deny that.
Is this your first time getting sober?
No, I've tried to get sober probably more times than I could count. Um, I first really tried to get sober the end of 2023 when I went to rehab, and I had 13 months of sobriety after that. Did was doing really well. Um, Moved out of my sober living house and immediately felt that freedom again, and started. I picked up pretty much right away, but also like I caught myself quickly, so I didn't have to get found out this time.
Okay. Actually, I do. I kind of want to tiptoe back a little bit into the addiction sort of phase of things. So, in the throes of your addiction, like when it was at the worst, what would a typical day look like for you?
All right, waking up feeling like complete shit, maybe covered in vomit, probably pee. Um, maybe some girl on my bed that I didn't know who she was. Probably had my shoes
Nice.
on.
Nice.
Um, Feeling horrible, immediately trying to go seek something out, calling a dealer, waiting for the liquor store to open, um,
Yeah.
and then limping to go get what I needed. Maybe having to go pawn a guitar or two so I can afford to buy the Coke or
Yeah.
even Kratom or
It's not cheap.
the alcohol. No, and I would just spend the whole day trying to escape the shitty way that I felt, and but then by the evening, I was usually feeling okay and back to life again, but that was all fake.
So would you typically like preparing for the next day, would you have stuff like ready to go for the morning, or would you use it all that night and then you're having to like kind of reset
I
the
never
next
had any
day?
left over. That would have been so nice at the time, but
Yeah.
it was always gone by the
So
morning.
so your mornings were like kind of focused around getting your fix basically.
Scrambling to try to figure out money so I can get my fix of whatever it might have been.
So it sounds like you were using daily. I guess we'll talk about alcohol. How much alcohol would you consume on a typical day?
At my worst, 750 of vodka, maybe accompanied by 12 pack of White Claw or some beer or something. So that was an everyday thing. Lot of screwdrivers in there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So let's talk about cocaine. How much cocaine would you use? Were you using cocaine daily?
Gram and a half a day,
Gram and a half a day. That's not cheap.
every day. And I was only able to do that for about a month before I was completely fucked financially. And
Yeah. Holy
um,
cow.
yeah,
So how much would you spend on alcohol per week, would you say?
that's a tough one. Had to have been hundreds of dollars a week,
Yeah.
whether I was
And
going out or buying it from the store. Probably
okay.
combination hundreds of dollars, maybe close to 1,000
Yeah. Per week.
a week. Yeah,
Yeah. That sounds about right. I mean, if you're using cocaine
yeah, the
daily,
combination.
that's
Yeah,
not cheap. Um, that's an interesting point you brought up. So would you, with alcohol, would you typically use at home or would you go out or a combination
I'd always
of the
start off
two?
at home
Okay.
and try to get myself feeling a certain type of any better I could before I left my house.
I know a lot of people would say that if you drink socially, then you're technically not an alcoholic. Would you agree with that statement?
No, I absolutely disagree. That's kind of how it started for me too, socially, but and that's how it starts for a lot of people. But um,
Yeah.
it's when the party continues when you're on your own
Yep.
and you can't stop. But I think there are a lot of people that can drink socially. I'm not one of them. I
Neither am I.
can't, no off switch. So,
Yep. Same.
and that's okay. That's how we learn.
I would go out with my homies or my parents, and if I didn't have something to drink at home when I got home, then I would like lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like I always had to have something like honestly for me just having like I wouldn't even have to open the beer, but just having a beer sat next to me was like half of the battle done. Like having that anxiety. Um
It's your best friend
oh yeah,
at the
no, it was
time.
my best friend for a long time. So would you drink by yourself pretty often, would you say?
Oh, yeah.
All the time?
Daily. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be doing anything special or I didn't have to be sad. I didn't have to be celebrating anything. I just had to be feeling it, feeling the drink.
So, did it get to a point when you were, like, basing your daily routine around your substance use?
That's yeah, my whole life was put on hold. So I wouldn't even go to work. So I'd miss a lot of work. I would miss a lot of time with my family. It really fucked up my romantic relationships at the time. And because, yeah, my sole purpose was to get fucked up and escape the shitty life that I created and just the shitty way that I felt naturally in my brain. I still feel that shittiness in my brain a lot, but you get better at managing that the longer you're sober. You just have to, it's practice, really.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up paradox. It's like the thing that is causing all of these problems is the thing that you use to try to fix those problems. It's like this never-ending cycle. And like the reason that you feel shitty is because of your use, but the only thing that'll make you feel better is to continue to use. So it's like just this never-ending cycle that'll literally just eat you alive, man.
It
I know
is
how
so
that
hard to
goes.
escape. So hard to escape. It's like you're in a trap.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, bro. Were you ever like in denial about your addiction? Like, did you tell yourself at any point that like, oh, I'm good, or I'll be able to stop at this time, or I'm just gonna do it for one more week and then I'll quit, and like, I'm chilling. I'm only using like at night or whatever it is. Did you ever feel like that?
I tried to in the beginning, but it didn't take me long to recognize the fact that I was had an addiction, and I don't know why I thought it kind of sounded cool, so I was kind of proud of the fact that I'm an addict or an alcoholic. But um,
Yeah, there's a certain level of romanticization. I don't know if that's a word, but
I like it.
romanticized. Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely get that. That's funny. It's like smoking cigarettes. It looks badass,
It
you
looks
know,
so cool.
but addiction is not badass. I just want to let everybody know that addiction is not badass.
It's a fucking mess.
So you mentioned work. So would you like use at work while you were at work?
I'd be in the bathroom every 20 minutes with something in my nose, and um, management just thought I had stomach issues. That was my excuse, and everyone just kind of rolled
It's a
with
good
it.
one.
But every 20 minutes, I'd be in there and come out probably looking like a tweaker. Um,
Yeah.
and I tried to keep my distance from everyone so they couldn't smell my alcohol breath. And on my breaks, I'd go out and try to calm down from all the coke a little bit. So I'd always have some
Yeah.
shooters or beers in my car.
Just kind of even yourself out. Do you ever use around your family?
Yeah, I have. I remember it was a Thanksgiving extended family. We were all at my parents' house, and uh, I felt really good at the time. I actually wasn't even afraid that I was going to get caught because everyone else was kind of drinking wine or whatnot, beers, and I kind of felt like I fit in a little bit better around everyone. I didn't have to hide that, but
Yeah,
I obviously hid the cocaine, and
for sure.
I've hid kratom a lot of times too. And
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Kratom is an interesting one. That's something that a lot of people don't really know about. It's kind of newer. For
yeah,
those of you that don't know, kratom is a partial opiate agonist. So it kind of acts like Oxycontin or Percocet or heroin, fentanyl, that sort of thing, and it's legal, so you can basically get it at at the gas station. Any head shop or smoke shop sells it. Um, yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know about. Would you say that kratom was an issue for
oh
you?
yeah. Um, it's always involved in my slip ups. My most recent slip up involved kratom, and it's kind of a slow burn. It doesn't tear your life apart like other opiates may. So a lot of people can take it and live a somewhat normal life, but
Yeah,
their health is declining, their mental health is declining, um,
it's expensive
and they're
too.
gonna have withdrawals when they try to quit.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I've been there.
Horrible. Yeah,
Yeah, I
opiate withdrawal.
actually had to get on Suboxone to get off of kratom.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
man.
too. It sent me to detox recently, actually, and um, it's no joke.
No, it's not. No, it's a legit opiate. Um, so did you ever feel like you couldn't like function or be around your friends or family unless you were using?
Yeah, I had to be using anytime I left my house, even if I was just going to King Supers to get groceries. I'd have to be a little buzzed on with something. But um, it did get to the point where I would just hide out. I'd isolate myself so much that I'd even have a hard time leaving to get mail from the mailbox because I just didn't want to be around anyone. Um, and it got to the point where even when I was fucked up, I was still isolating. So it's kind of funny how that works. It's very deceptive.
It is, yeah. I think for me, I I found often that I couldn't be social unless I was drinking, especially. Like I didn't, I couldn't even go to my homie's house and hang out unless I was drinking. But then it also got to the point, like you said, where I didn't want to be social anymore. I just wanted to be by myself and do whatever the fuck I wanted. So that's another vicious cycle there that's really, really tough to get out of,
Very much.
especially when you're becoming sober. It's hard to like get back out there and, meet up with your boys and meet up with your family and,
Even
you
just
kind
going
of
to
have to like
work,
reverse it. Yeah, even going to work too. I mean, it's a completely different lifestyle.
everything's raw. You feel all the
Yeah,
emotions,
you feel everything.
and we become so used to not feeling for so long that it's kind of freaky at first. And I'm still getting used to it. I had those 13 months of feeling that raw sobriety and every true human emotion, and um, I wasn't able to escape my head in those 13 months. It just kind of
Yeah,
became easier before my slip.
that's tough, man. So you mentioned like using cocaine around, or like not directly around your family, but like how would you hide it? Would you just like sneak off to the bathroom or
Bathrooms were spent a lot of times in bathrooms. I also had this little tool, little bullet thing that allowed me just to keep it in my pocket, and I wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. I could just go wherever I wanted, um, maybe in a corner somewhere. But um, I don't know. I was also
yeah.
probably pretty obvious because I was probably picking up my nose all the time.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say, did you feel like you had to like kind of cover up the little side effects, like the kind of like tweakiness aspect of cocaine?
I thought I was doing a good job hiding it, but looking back, it was really obvious.
Did people ever mention that to you? Did like
Someone at work, uh,
somebody at work?
two of my coworkers came up to me one day, both of them separate days, but they came up to me and said, "Dude, are you in like meth or something?" And I'm like, "No, why?" And they said, "You're just kind of, you know,
Twitchy.
twitchy, and my pupils were probably big, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's pretty obvious to tell when someone's using,
Yeah, and
especially those."
that's a weird thing because like you feel like you're doing just fine, and I think a part of that is because you do it so often that like you get used to those kind of side effects, so you feel like what you're doing is totally normal. But on the outside looking in, it's probably not the case.
No, definitely not.
So when you were at your worst, how much? We'll start with alcohol. How much would you have to drink to get to the point of like feeling good or feeling normal?
Um, Probably two double screwdrivers, maybe a beer,
It's like 4 shots.
4 shots and a beer, then I'd kind of level out. I never had DTs or anything, which is like the
That's good.
shakiness, but
Yeah.
I was probably heading that way. Um,
Yeah, good old delirium tremens, not fun.
don't do it.
Yeah, I definitely got to the point of like mad shakiness for sure. Probably on the verge of seizures a couple times, so I get it. Um, what were what were some of like the initial red flags that you noticed when it started to become a problem?
Not having any money was the most obvious indicator
It's
that
a
I
good
was
one.
fucked. Um, I didn't really realize that I was isolating until I looked back at it, but
Yeah.
red flags were kind of hidden from me. But my girlfriend at the time and my family, there were things that they noticed, and I never wanted to do anything. She was always mad at me that I never wanted to leave the house, and she'd want to go on a date, and I'd be like, "No, let me just watch SpongeBob."
Yeah.
Which, so, um, a lot of relationship, whether it was family or a romantic partner, just issues with relationships and not showing up the way that any healthy human should
Yeah.
for myself or for others.
I totally get that. Yeah, I remember it was me and my ex-girlfriend's second anniversary and I hadn't had anything to drink that day, at least like not since the morning. and I was just being such a fucking little bitch the entire time. Like it got to the point where she would be like, "Nate, do you have your shooters for the day? Like I want to make sure that you're not an asshole to me." Like I would have to have something or I just wouldn't want to do anything.
It's almost medicinal at that point.
Yeah. Like I wasn't myself unless I was drinking. It was not good, and that's why she broke up with me. Um
Been there.
it's tough, man. It is tough. So what were some like moments that you missed out on if you can recall
Mm,
any because of using?
there were so many, but a big one was when I was in Cabo with my family. They were all just wanting to hang out on the beach, and um, so they did. But I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna go lay in the hotel room, and I slept all day. We were in Cabo. They were all having fun on the beach, and I just wanted to lay in my bed and die. I was tired of feeling anything humid. I just wanted to escape the world. It was horrible.
Yeah,
So I
dude.
missed out on that was a big one.
Dude, I get that. I went to New Orleans for my birthday a year ago, and I thought that I could, just like I was using Kratom at the time, and I thought that I could just go to New Orleans and then get off of the shit for 5 days, and I was sick the entire time.
Yeah.
So I missed out on an entire trip because of fucking Kratom. Um, did you did you have any like big goals that were kind of impacted by your addiction?
Music. I've always loved music, and I fucked up some relationships with my fellow musicians, and hi, and as friends too. And we could have really gone somewhere. I also could have started another band if I wanted to, but um, it just was everything gets put on the back burner. I wasn't able to work on my car, that my project car, because I didn't have money. I didn't even care about it. I didn't care about wanting to get on track. All I cared about was just feeling good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you really like live in the moment. When you're an addict, you don't really think about the future or goals. Like your goal is to get fucked up. Like
Feel good right now.
yeah, to feel good. Yeah, and to like not be sick. Then that's when it's a problem is when you get to the point where like it's medicinal, like you said, like you're literally not even using to have fun or to feel good anymore. You're using to not feel like you're fucking dying, basically.
Yeah, because you do feel like you're dying in every possible way. Panic attacks as well.
So when did you start noticing that you were like having withdrawals?
First time I ever had withdrawals, I was also on a trip. Ran out of kratom. It was actually tianeptine, but it's sold as kratom. You guys should research tianeptine. Also, look up
Never heard of it.
7O.
Oh, I know all about the 7
Yeah. So, I'll just say kratom. I was taking the kratom. I thought I brought enough. We were in Florida, and 2 days before we were supposed to head back, I ran out, and I just thought, well, you thought like it's not going to be a big deal. I might feel kind of grumpy for a few days, but full blown opiate withdrawal, pupils dilated, the cow scale, everything was super high on the cow scale, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I didn't know what was going on, so got home and uh, first of all, I fucked up the trip, but got home and that's when I started Suboxone.
Yep.
Once I realized what was happening.
Same here, man. I thought, yeah, I didn't know if I was like sick or if I was withdrawing. Grant mentioned 7O. For those of you who don't know, 7O or 7OH is it's basically kratom, but it's a like a synthesized
Highly
opiate.
concentrated.
Yeah, it's like a highly concentrated alkaloid that is found in kratom. That's like I think it's like 10 times stronger than
13.
morphine or something. Yeah, 13 times stronger than morphine.
That's serious shit.
Yeah, it's the real deal. Did you when you were withdrawing from kratom, did you get like stomach problems and like restless leg syndrome?
Oh man, the restless leg syndrome is the worst feeling ever. So much of
Yeah.
that I probably ruined a few pairs of trousers and
Oh yeah.
um, stomach issues. A lot of it for me was feeling like I had the flu,
Yep.
cold, then hot, then cold, then hot again,
Yep.
and then the worst part for me was the mental side of it. Just huge anxiety. Like
Hmm.
you've been there,
Oh yeah.
but it's like you're living in a panic attack 24/7 for a week or two.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't like, for me at least, the withdrawals didn't kick in until like a day or two after I stopped using.
Yeah,
Like it's like a slow burn, and
yeah.
it lasts a long time. Like the opiate withdrawals from kratom last, particularly 7-OH, last a really long time. Like to the point where you have to get MAT, like medication assisted treatment for getting off of it. It's
And
gnarly.
coming just for those of you who really want to come off of an opiate or kratom, um, starting Suboxone seems kind of scary because then you have to get off of that eventually. But
Hmm.
it is so much easier to taper off that with the doctor's supervision than trying to taper off kratom yourself
Absolutely.
or just cold turkeying either one. So do it.
Yeah, Suboxone is also a partial opiate agonist, so it is a little daunting because like you can have withdrawals from Suboxone too. Like if you,
Huge.
yeah, and they're not fun. Like people would argue that Suboxone withdrawals are even worse than like traditional opiate withdrawals. Were there people who were close to you that enabled you or made it difficult to stop?
Um, hmm, I don't think intentionally, but I think that being around friends that were kind of doing the same thing made me feel more at home and not as bad about it. But um,
Did you have friends that introduced you to kratom or were
kratom,
using
no.
kratom? You found that on your own?
I found that, well, this guy at the gym actually was telling me, dude, this stuff's
Oh,
so
okay.
good for muscle recovery. And I thought it was kind of
Yeah,
a gym
yeah,
supplement at first. And then,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, but
yeah. Same. I kind of found kratom on my own. I never really had friends that used it too much. And out here, it's like we live in Colorado, and this isn't really a common thing other places, but there's like kratom bars and kava bars.
yep.
Did you ever go to those
No,
or
if
try the
I was
like
using it,
teas?
all I want to do is just lay in my bed and watch TV
Yeah,
or, yeah, that's about it.
no, I get that. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, there are kratom and kava bars in Colorado, and they call it kind of like a sober bar, which is funny because it's like you're not sober when you're on
Definitely
kratom,
not.
but people will kind of pass it off as like an alternative to alcohol.
And it could have some health benefits, but
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
both bad for your liver, kidneys. Thanks, dude. We got a Coors Light here.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, for me, like getting off of alcohol, seltzers were huge. Like I like just having that fix of like something bubbly to like kind of like sip on was awesome. Um,
Yeah, does the trick.
it does. Yeah, no, it definitely helps the like the oral fixation aspect of it for
That
sure.
and chewing gum.
Oh yeah,
Pack a day of gum for me.
pack a day, my
Not as cool
man.
as smoking, but
Yeah, no, it's not as sexy as smoking. So how was your social life impacted after you decided to quit?
when I was trying to get sober,
Or I guess how was your social life impacted like while you were using? I guess that's kind of a better question.
um, I didn't really have one. My social life was trying to, it's kind of embarrassing, but trying to hook up with as many girls as I could. And they were my friends. And it was a different one all the time.
Okay.
And so I confided in them. And I didn't really have a steady group of friends at the time. And um, even with my girlfriend, I didn't confide in her during any of the active addiction. Um, I just used a lot of Reddit at the time. They were my
Mhm.
friends on the Reddit threads, and um, yeah, just a lot of isolation.
Yeah, I get that. So I guess now we'll kind of get into the recovery side of things. This kind of ties into the other question. What does rock bottom look like for you?
I think it looks different for everybody. My rock bottom might sound like heaven to someone else who's even lower. Um, but you want to know what it was for me?
Yeah.
It wasn't one specific event. It was just
Yeah.
me having all of my instruments pawned.
Mm.
So I had no gear, no money, and was worried. I was like this close to getting fired. My relationship was fucked up. Uh, I had lost a lot of weight, and I didn't talk to my family hardly at all. And I don't know, just feeling really alone and stuck in that trap.
Yeah, I think pawning all of your gear, that's a good one. When you're sacrificing your passions in life for your addiction, that's a pretty solid rock bottom.
Just to get by, like
Yeah,
that wasn't even enough money to go buy the food that I needed.
right. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're still using cocaine and stuff too, like pawning one guitar could get you one bag and that's gone in a day. So it's like, do you have a guitar for every single day?
No, and then I couldn't even jam when I was feeling crazy.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a really really good rock bottom. I mean, not good in that sense, but that's, that sounds like a rock bottom, man,
Air
for sure.
guitar is not the same
Yeah.
as a real
Nah,
thing.
it is not. That is true. Is there like was there a moment that was like a turning point for you that made you decide to get sober?
When I realized that rehab was an actual opportunity that I could take, um, I took it. I didn't fight my parents when they were trying to get me in there. They didn't have to drag me. I
Yeah.
always thought that rehab was for celebrities and it was like a spa and super expensive, but
No, it's not.
um, it was right there and tangible, and I was able to go, and um, that really helped me out. I really recommend North Point in Loveland, Colorado.
Okay. Okay. That was actually going to be my next question was did you have to seek professional help?
Multiple
But
times, so that was the
yeah.
biggest one though.
Yeah, no, I've been there. I never did a full 30 days, but I did a 7-day detox inpatient.
Did you do that at Longview?
No, it was this place in Colorado Springs. I don't know. It was like the only place that was covered by the insurance that I had at the time, and the only place that had an open bed. But I think that's an interesting point that you made. That it's like you thought it was for celebrities and it's like a spa, but it's definitely not. Like for me, it was more like jail. Like
Detox, especially.
yeah, like you had to. Yeah, luckily it wasn't like it was like optional. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It was elective. It was an elective detox. So it wasn't like county detox where you get arrested and you have to do that because you're gonna die if you don't. But it was still like kind of like jail, like shitty food. I had to share a room with people. There's no curtains on the shower. Like you have to shower in front of people. Um, there's no doors on the toilet, so you have to shit in front of people. Like you have no privacy. You're not allowed to have any privacy at all. I'm sure there's like detox places and rehabs that are not like that, that are significantly more expensive, that
Longview.
are like spas.
Oh yeah, not that's not Longview.
But what was Longview like?
Oh man, that was. I've never been to jail, but it's a lot like what you described. Um, I think the worst part there was the freaky people that I met in there.
Hmm.
I just felt I do not belong in this crowd, and
Yeah.
it was a county detox, so there was a lot of people who were dragged in, a lot of homeless people
Oh, really?
too. I
Okay.
felt I was really feeling for them. A lot of people just going in there just to have some shelter and food because it's free. They keep you safe, but
Yeah.
I never want to relive that experience again.
What was the food like?
Oh man, just like tastes like poop. I don't know.
Oh man, that's yeah, it doesn't sound good. Yeah, the food at my detox was just like they didn't season anything, and it
Bland.
was like yeah, super bland. I remember my first day sitting down and eating food, my first meal, and I just started crying. Like I just broke down crying because I was like, "This food is horrible. Why
Fuck
am
this
I
pancake.
here, dude?" Yeah, it was not fun. But they did a good job. I mean, there was like a lot of structure. which I mean, again, kind of makes it like jail. But you have like a schedule that you have to follow every day. Like you have to wake up at a certain time, and then you do like exercises, and then you go eat breakfast, and then you do like group therapy, and then have lunch. And so like
A lot
that
of
was kind of
therapy,
nice. What'd you say?
lot of group therapy.
Oh yeah,
Same with rehab, but
yeah.
it's not that bad.
So have you been to rehab and detox separately?
Yep.
What were the like biggest differences between the two?
Um, Rehab was actually a very nice environment, nicer people, more controlled environment, um, really good food actually. Um, I made long-term friends in there,
That's awesome.
whereas detox is more
Kind of in and
don't
out.
look at anyone because they might kill you.
Yeah.
There's some scary people in there, and um,
So you were in detox with people who didn't elect to be there, like that
some had,
had to be there.
but a lot of them were dragged in from the police and or however that works
Yeah.
legally. But um, yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I didn't make any friends either. Most of the people were kind of like get in, get out type of thing. What were your friends like that you met in rehab?
a lot like me. I realized that there's a lot of people who have crippling anxiety, and it's pretty common. And I don't know, they're just kind of down to earth, and
Raw.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, so did you do like a full 30 days?
it was a 28 day, so pretty
Okay.
much 4 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah. Were you allowed to have your phone or have any like amenities?
I think every other day they had what they called tech time, where we could use our phones for like an hour. So
Okay.
not much. You could use their wall phones pretty much whenever you wanted, but
Gotcha.
that's about it.
Yeah. That's nice to have some sort of freedom in detox. You don't get any of that.
Where
It's
I
a
went to
lot like jail.
detox, you could have your phone
Oh,
the whole
really?
time. Yeah,
Oh, I guess it's different. Yeah.
it
When
must be.
different detoxes are different.
Yeah.
Different detoxes are different. That's probably the most intelligent statement I've ever made. So what was more difficult for you when you were getting sober? Was it like the physical aspect or the mental aspect?
Mental for sure. Still deal with that. I've had a lot of sobriety under my belt, a few slips for sure, but I've learned a lot about how to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, same. This is my third time getting sober, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Do you know how many times exactly you've gotten sober, Grant?
Oh man, it's in the double digits for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Well, I'm happy that you're sticking to it this time, man.
me too. And there were a lot of times where I thought I was truly going to stick with it, and it's one split decision that fucks it up.
Oh yeah.
The when I have relapse, I was doing well. I was having a good day. I don't remember why I did, but I just felt like I might just see what would happen if I had a beer, or let's see how it feels. I kind of forgot what it feels like.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah, dude, that's one thing that I definitely noticed like when I got sober and then went back to drinking, like the entire time I was sober, I was just like craving it. I was like, that's all I need. It's gonna be just like the best thing ever. And then like you get a couple beers deep and you're just like, this is like the anxiety is gone and I don't feel like I'm craving it anymore. But other than that, it's like really not that great.
No, it's very glamorized in your mind.
Oh, for sure. In as few words as possible, describe the first week of your most recent sobriety.
Excited, apprehensive, worried, feeling bad that I let family and friends down, but also feeling bad that I let myself down.
Yeah, same here, man.
Um,
Guilt
but
is a huge part of mine
yeah, I
for
still feel
sure.
the guilt, but
Same.
everything heals with time and effort and persistence and sticking with it.
Absolutely. What were you apprehensive about?
I'm nervous that I'm never going to feel normal. in sobriety that I'm never going to find happiness or my anxiety will always be plaguing me. And that might be true, but it's going to get like it gets better. It's going to continue to get better from where it's at now. You just kind of learn how to manage those emotions better and just live a real, authentic life, feeling normal human emotions. And there will be ups and there will be downs, but
For sure.
um, you just kind of have to ride the wave and not in a scary way. You just ride the wave of life and shit will happen. It's just, you just have to pick up and start from somewhere, even if you're at your lowest point.
Yeah,
Um,
it's always got to start somewhere.
that's what I was reminding myself in detox that, wow, I really fucked this up again. And, but I'm doing the right thing right now. Everyone's mad at me. Everything feels like it's in shambles, but I'm exactly where I need to be. I have to start with getting sober, and then the rest of my life will fall into place.
That's a good place to start, man. So what were some of the biggest support systems that you had?
Definitely my family, and they will continue to be because um, I just lucked out with my parents, but huge support, a lot of love, and forgiveness will probably get harder and harder if I continue to have lapses. But um, they do forgive and they do move on, and you do improve. So
Yeah, family is definitely huge. For me, that's one of the biggest support systems too. And actually, like recently, a lot of the homies have been getting sober too.
a lot of people.
Yeah, man, like Skylar's sober. I mean, you guys aren't gonna know who these people are, but yeah, a lot of the boys have been getting sober. So it's been cool to have friends that are sober.
Proud of you, Skylar.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Skylar. Did you replace your habits with any other habits?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, yeah, lifting weights and going to the gym has been a big one for me. And I took it in the wrong direction though. Started taking steroids and
Oh,
uh, did that for about 3 weeks and completely fucked me up mentally. I was a fucking dick and was so anxious all the time. And I wasn't even working out. I was just taking it, but I stopped going to the gym because I was super depressed from the steroids. And um, so you can take a positive thing and you just have to make sure you're on the right road because even the gym, there are some unhealthy ways of going about it. But um, the gym, I got a dog, so I spent a lot of time with her, um, trying to see my family more and actually going to work.
yeah, actually going to work. That's good. That's interesting though. I didn't know you use steroids. I don't really know much about steroids. I've never used them. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel
It depends on the
different?
person. A lot of people feel super confident, just like you would when you snort a line of coke.
Okay.
Super confident and feel they're looking bigger, so they feel good. But for me, it just made me feel really anxious, really mad at everything. I didn't even gain any muscle because it didn't work out. I was just trying to, I guess, experiment with it, but yeah,
Hmm.
not the right way of doing it.
So did you use steroids and not work out? Like you would just take them?
Yeah, I worked out for like 2 days on them, but then I started feeling really anxious and depressed, so I stopped going to the gym. But I continued to take it. It was an oral,
Okay.
and yeah, it's just
How do you get steroids?
dude. I bought it from a nutrition store here in town.
Oh, really?
Um, Yeah, it's kind of in the corner of the store on a shelf. Looks kind of sketchy back there, but it looked cool. The bottle looked cool. I also bought some phenibut.
I don't know what that is either.
That's a good one. I'm sure that we will learn more about phenibut, but
Hmm.
that's the other reason I went to detox too. But um, they were both sold in that store, and both are super dangerous. You can. It's just kind of how they label it. It's like a little loophole they can get away with.
Okay. Interesting. Phenibut. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Is that like similar to steroids or?
That is similar to benzos and alcohol in your brain.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look into it. Um, what I guess what sort of changed about your social life after you got sober at first? Like, did you start to become more social? Did you start to isolate less, or did you feel like couldn't be yourself? Or
I think for me, isolating less only because I knew I had to go to work to rebuild my life back up. And so relationships in the workplace have improved a lot. I have a lot of serious friends from work, and we have fun working together. And I am seeing my family more. Um, I'm still working on friendships and stuff. I've always had a hard time with that, but um, I don't go out and like sit in a public space and like say, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" But
yeah, neither do
it's
I.
easier
I'll
to
never
make
do that.
authentic relationships now because it's not fake, and I get to choose who I want to hang out with. It's not just a party all the time.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Um, what do you do to hold yourself accountable?
Uh, well, I've told on myself to my family multiple times and told them, "Hey guys, like I fucked up again." Um, I just keep everyone in the loop of what I'm doing. I was doing UAs from my family every week, but they said they don't want to babysit me anymore, so it's really on me. Um, I have to want it, and I do want it. And you have to really want to change for yourself. That sounds so cheesy, but like you hear that from everywhere, but it's so true.
So true.
Um,
Yeah,
you
you
have to
can't do
want
it
it.
for other people.
Do it for you. And if you don't feel like your life's going to get better when you're sober, you're wrong.
In one way or another, it does get better. It doesn't get easier. Like I've heard, at least not for me. Like I've heard a lot of people say it gets easier down the road, but like for me, after I hit a year of sobriety, it started to get harder because I felt like I had accomplished that year and that was all I really needed. And I was like,
You've earned a drink.
right, yeah, like I felt like I was at the point where I could drink responsibly, but that was absolutely not true. I don't think that I'll ever get to that point, but that's okay.
Trial and error, though, that's how you learn that, okay, I can't do it.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Did you ever go to like any AA meetings or anything like that?
I go to an AA meeting every week. I see a sponsor every week.
Nice.
I'm not a fan of the AA or the NA structure, and some of
Yeah,
their wording is a little off to me. It is kind of cultish to me,
it is.
but there
Yeah,
are other ways.
100%, bro.
There are ways of like you could do. I think they call it life ring or
Mhm.
smart recovery. It's not doesn't all have to be AA or the big book
Yeah, like the 12 step.
12 step. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm doing it right now just because I haven't looked into the other ways of continuing sobriety
Yeah.
that are not AA or NA, but um, so I'm using it right now, but um, considering doing something different.
Are you like religious at all? Because I know that's like a huge cornerstone
I'm a
of
Satanist.
AA. Yeah, dude. They should make a Satanist Alcoholics
They
Anonymous.
should. No, I'm really not. I've been trying to find out what my higher power is, but I just don't know. Um,
That's okay.
I feel like there's something out there. Like there's got to be something beyond us, but um,
Yeah, no, I personally never got super far into AA because it was like really, really based or focused around Christianity, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I personally just aren't like super religious. So I found that kind of difficult to get into, but I would like to, someday kind of reconnect with a higher power. That would be
mhm.
that would be interesting. I've actually like thought about going to church and stuff recently, which is so unlike me, but people it works. It really works for some people. It's like the 3 C's: Christianity, coffee, and cigs are
Cold
like
cough congestion.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not the triple C's that we used to mess with in high school, but um you said that you were in sober living
hmm
for a
uh,
while. What was that like?
Directly from rehab, I moved into. It's called the Purpose House. If you guys know Taryn, I think you say Devoto is his last name. He's the man. He's the guy who owns all the Purpose House here.
Okay.
And talk to Taryn. Um, he's really he has a really cool story. You can read about it online too. But sober living helped a lot to hold me accountable. That was the biggest thing. I mean, you're in rehab, there's a safety net around you. Once you're out, you're in the wild, and when you're in sober living, you kind of are a little bit of both.
Mm.
You're held accountable. You can't fuck around in there, but you also could if you really wanted to, which it kind of tries to train you not to, obviously. But sober living helped me. I was in there for the whole 13 months that I was sober.
Oh wow. So in sober living, like, what's the what's like the biggest difference between like the security and the freedom there? Like, do they do like room checks and stuff like that, or
No, you weighed 2 to 3 times a week. You had a chore that you had to do every week, like something super light, like wiping down the banister, or cleaning the bathroom. But there was a meeting every week that was mandatory. It's a Sunday night thing. We all had to meet and talk about our week, and it really kind of, I don't know, it was really kind of cool actually. I made friends in there, and it felt like home.
that's awesome. So I don't really know much about sober living. Is it like is it like a facility that you're at like straight up living in?
It's
Like
just a house.
it's okay,
Yeah, they're
just
all
like
just
regular house.
houses, just normal homes, and I think there were 8 people in that house when I lived there. Some people came and went, but you do have to share a room. But that's kind of how rehab is too. It's just so you can have that connection, and I don't really know. I guess hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
But you can leave whenever you want. You do have to
Mm,
write on the checkout board like what time you left, where you're going,
okay.
what time you'll be back. And if you're not back by that time, just kind of let Taryn know that, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late, and he's always so cool about it. It's just,
Interesting.
it's not like you're in prison.
Right.
It's actually really helpful.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't really know much about it. Did you ever see people like sneak shit into sober living?
Yeah, my old roommate got kicked out because he was smoking weed in the fucking garage.
Oh wow.
Not even trying to conceal it. Like,
Yeah.
that happened. I know there was a fentanyl overdose at one point, but
Oh wow.
I think that was one of the other houses. No, most people there were cool. If you do relapse, you get kicked out. So
Right. Yeah,
I
makes
saw a
sense.
few people get kicked out, but no one's a dick about it. It's just you have a discussion, um, and he's even let people come back after a relapse. They just have to have a certain period of sobriety before they can come back in usually.
Okay. That's interesting. Let's see, man. What would you or like what do you do now to help you with cravings? I see that you got your seltzer and your gum. Are those kind of
Yeah, I don't like to say it, but these nicotine pouches,
nicotine pouches?
gum, drinking a lot of water,
Yep.
eating healthy. I just stay really focused on the long term. So going to the gym, it's going to help me feel better, look better, be healthier. Eating right, it's the same way. Um, just right now, also spending a lot of time and taking care of my dog. Um, that's that's been the best thing for me, getting the dog and
Hell yeah.
um, get a
Having,
dog.
yeah, having something to look after that's not yourself. That's always helpful. What was your outlook like on yourself after you quit drinking or using?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you view yourself when you became sober, as opposed to how you viewed yourself when you were sober?
I'm still trying to figure out how I view myself, like who I am, what I stand for. Because I don't know if I even really know, but I was just feeling kind of lost. Like, you're only 12 days in, right?
Yeah,
So feeling kind of lost, like, who am I? What am I going to do? There's a lot of pieces that are scrambled on the ground that you have to try to put together to shape your life again. But
yeah,
um,
that's
just
life.
one little piece at a time, really. And eventually you'll have the whole, whatever it was that was broke, put together.
Yeah, I think that's just life. I think we're all in one way or another figuring out who we are one day at a time. And I don't think that there's ever really a point in any of our lives where we're like, this is exactly who I am and it's not going to change, you know? Like we're always learning, we're always growing, hopefully.
I hope so. Yeah.
Did you have to build or rebuild any relationships after you got sober?
Currently still doing that right now. A lot of it's with family and
Yeah.
even maybe even managers at work,
Your cousins?
cousins. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Extended family.
Did you get any new hobbies after quitting? Did you discover any new hobbies?
Um, Going to the gym.
Yeah,
I never thought that I'd ever. I always enjoyed the gym, but I never really tried to eat right at the same time because I
that's a good one,
it didn't really matter. But eating right does make a big difference.
for sure.
So I've been into that. Um, New interests, not really. I discovered that I'm not really a man whore.
That's good. So your new hobby is not smashing as many girls as you used to.
My new hobby is not smashing the women.
Nice, man. That's good. That's good. All right, so we'll get into the kind of start wrapping it up now. What advice would you give to somebody who's trying to get sober?
It's not easy. Just stick with it. If you don't believe in yourself, you don't have to, but just maintain, or you don't have to believe in yourself right away, but just be consistent. Um, Challenge yourself to feel the shit that you were trying to cover up and just ride the wave. Eventually, your surfboard's going to get on the beach and you're going to be fine.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Challenge somebody to allow themselves to feel the things that they're covering up. I really like that. What are some things that you think stop people from seeking help or quitting?
Uh, a lot of the time, people just don't want to because they might just be thoroughly enjoying the way that they feel when they're fucked up and aren't ready to experience what it's like to not feel that way. And then they try and they realize, holy shit, I'm withdrawing, I feel horrible, and then they realize that they're in the trap and they don't want to have to go through that again, so they try to stay lit.
Yeah, that was a huge thing for me, for sure. What would you say to someone who feels stuck or feels like it's impossible to quit?
I felt the exact same way. A lot of my friends have felt that exact same way, and they did it. I've done it. You probably will relapse at some point. You just have to catch yourself. You have to realize that you do not want to go down that road again. And play the tape forward is what they say.
I like it. I like it. If you could leave the viewers with one message about sobriety or addiction or both, what would it be?
Drugs are bad. Don't do them.
Yes, they are.
And
Yes,
if you're
they
already
are.
doing them, you can quit.
Anybody can do it. That's for sure. All right, Grant. Well, thanks for talking to me today, man. That was an awesome interview, my first one. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, brother. And
It was an honor, man.
congratulations on your sobriety.
Congratulations on yours.
Oh, thank you, man. All right, guys. That's gonna do it. It's your boy Nate. I'm still an alcoholic, and see you guys tomorrow.